Welcome to another Hunter One production. Graphic hunting videos ahead. Please leave now if you do not wish to view. Welcome back, everyone. In this video, we will be looking at the 30 cal and the 357. I was going to call this video 30 cal versus 357, but both of these calibers are too great to compete against each other, so I decided to call it "and". So I'd like to make one thing clear before we get started. In this video, I'll be shooting the FX Impact in 30 caliber and in 357. I only have one FX Impact, so please don't be confused by that. I'll also be shooting the Hatsan Hercules in 357 and the Samyang Recluse in 357. This first shot is from the FX Impact in 30 caliber. "60 yards. I'm shooting Varmint Knocker 62 grain Swage hollow points at 950 feet per second. And here comes the Hercules, shooting 82 grain NOE cast slugs at 880 feet per second. And that hit was just brutal.
That's 55 yards.
I mean, look at the damage from that 82 grain NOE hollow point.
And there goes the tail.
He's definitely lights out. Let's watch that again in slow motion. And here comes the FX Impact in 30 caliber. So to catch you all up to speed, my FX Impact was originally purchased in 357.
70 yards.
I now have barrel kits for 22 caliber as well as 30 caliber. My two favorite calibers are 22 and 357. Here it is again in slow motion. He's completely done. Here's my Recluse, shooting the same 82 grains at 145 foot-pounds. And just listen to that pop.
That was 48 yards.
This 357 has always been my favorite round. And in this video, I think you can understand why.
66 yards.
Let's see that from the 30 cal in slow motion. Here's the Hatsan Hercules. And there he is, rolling down the hill. And this guy really saw what it meant to taste a 62 grain Varmint Knocker. And he's definitely lights out. And there it was in slow motion. Legs in the air. Done. My Hercules sports a 28-inch TJ barrel and shoots to 82 grain slugs at 880 feet per second. And it is devastating. There it is in slow motion. And he's down. Back to the FX Impact in 30 caliber, which is also amazing. Here it is again in slow motion. Watch how the energy pulls the ground squirrel out of his hole and drops him back into it. Lights out.
$70 yards.
That shot was taken at 70 yards from the FX impacting 30 caliber, shooting 62 grain varmint knocker swage hollow points at 950 feet per second. And this guy was curious as to what was going on, so he received the same treatment. And let's watch those shots again in slow motion. And there he is, rolling all around. He's done. And again, we have the 357 Hercules.
$67 yards.
And here's the slow motion shot. Here's the FX impacting 30 cal. As I shoot the other 357s, I can't help but wondering what it would be like to go back to 357 in the impact.
It's 90
Stay
yards.
tuned. And he's lights out. And again, here comes the Hercules 357. Listen to the sound when the slug hits his target.
$60 yards.
There's just something about the way the 357 sounds
Yes.
when it makes contact.
This Hercules is no joke.
Here comes that shot again, as usual in slow motion. And not to be outdone, here again comes the FX impacting 30 cal. And there it is in slow motion. What a hit. He's lights out. Over the last couple of months, I've hunted with 3 different calibers. The 22, the 30, and now the 357. And I have to say, all of them shoot very well. I am completely torn as to which one to use, but I'm really liking the 357. That was a clue.
77 yards. 77.
Although I like all of those calibers, my next 2 shots will tell you what I did.
$77 yards.
combination of this FX Impact in 357 and the 82 grain NOE hollow point cast slug running at about 910 feet per second are deadly. While this was the last shot in this episode, prepare to see a whole lot more from this combo. And as always, if you've stuck around this long, please consider liking, subscribing, and ringing the bell to be notified when new videos like these are uploaded. Hope to see you again next time. Hunter 1 out.